Welcome to STL TV Live. I'm Raynah, and I'm back with Bill Siedhoff and Cheryl Polk to talk more about 211. So, what's a typical call, and how many do you get?
Well, actually, there is no typical call. Every caller that connects with us somehow has a different need. We have received close to 200,000 calls on an annual basis. When we first started this, we were getting less than 8,000 calls from the community asking for resources. And since 211 has been operational on an annual basis, we're approaching that 200,000 mark. And so while people are able to call and get information on resources, they're also able to call regarding volunteer opportunities. Bill mentioned all of the storms that we have had over the last couple of years, or whether it's a heat wave or flooding. When people want to help out those individuals that are in impacted communities, they can also call 211 to volunteer and sign up for a variety of projects. They don't have to do that only during an emergency. They can do it on an everyday basis to find out which organizations within this community need assistance, and we can connect them to those resources as well. So not only can you get help, you can give help as well.
Sure. You mentioned 911, so how are you connected with 911?
In the event someone calls us who really needs 911 service, we will do what's called a soft connection to 911 to get them right over to that area. We don't take 911 calls, but we do get them connected, and we stay on the line until they're connected to that service.
And what do you really want people to know about 211?
What we really want people to know about 211 is that that resource is here and available through the generosity of this entire region. When you hear about the United Way campaign, not only are they supporting those 200 agencies that are member organizations, but this is a way that the community also supports the entire region. By contributing to the United Way, they support 211. So this resource is here and available for anyone who lives within our service area. And we are just extremely grateful to the entire region for their support.
And speaking of the entire region, Bill, tell me what this partnership means to the city of St. Louis.
Well, not just the city. I think, the perception is that United Way just has an annual campaign, then they collect money, they distribute money to different agencies. It's a lot more than that. Very facilitative. I mean, they're engaged in so many different things. It goes way beyond just the annual campaign. It really has to do with engaging the community. They have new initiatives that they're involved with where they provide funding to start up certain projects in addition to 211. And they're really there to be a community partner for the entire region. So they do that, and including across the river, in Metro East and those areas. They provide the funding to get things started to address particular concerns. So, I think people think of United Way as just one thing, but it's so much more than that, and such an important piece, of the entire region in terms of facilitation, identifying what the needs are to begin with, and then providing the resource to be able to address those particular needs. So. United Way is a lot more than just an agency that goes out and raises money. They do a lot more than that, and it really impacts people's lives in a significant way. With almost close to 200 participating agencies, United Way just does a tremendous job in terms of helping every population and every kind of need in this region.
And I'm sure that, very quickly, if you could tell me, I'm sure that you exchange information. How does that exchange of information benefit both of your organizations?
Well, let me just say that, I realized a long time ago that the information that was being collected by United Way through 211 was very helpful in terms of planning efforts. If we know what kind of needs, are being requested, utility assistance, for example, I think was the top of the list, that gives us some idea of where we ought to be directing our attention. And I think it does that for the entire region. It's a tremendous resource to collect, the data that they receive, share that with, counties and, the whole region to help us be able to identify what do we really need to be doing to help people in a significant way.
And Cheryl, give it to me in one sentence how the exchange really helps.
Well, it's a true partnership. If we find that we have a need and we need access to individuals or programs and services within the city, I pick up the phone and I call Bill. We've had partnerships over the years. We've gone out together, knocking on doors, checking on seniors, making sure that they're cooled down in the summer months, that they're warm in the winter. It's really a true partnership, and we are certainly grateful that they have been so accommodating in terms of getting out there and providing assistance.
Great. Well, I'm thankful for everything that you do. 211 is all you have to pick the phone up and dial if you need to. Thank you so much for being with us today and getting this information out to our community. Next on STL TV Live, we meet a woman who started an organization that strives to answer the wishes of St. Louis. So keep it here, right here.